Folks, I am Saurabh Adhikari and today we'll make chicken tandoori. I bet chicken tandoori is world's favorite Indian appetizer. It's very simple to make. I'm making it in an oven. You can also follow the same recipe and make it on a pan on a stove top. And if you're lucky enough to have a tandoor at your home, or if you have access to a charcoal grill, the taste of this recipe will elevate. So why wait? Let's check out the ingredients. So for ingredients of chicken tandoori, we have 2 to 4 tablespoons of mustard oil, half lime, 2 tablespoons of Kashmiri red chili powder, 2 teaspoons of Kasuri methi, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns, 1.5 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, a small piece of mace or Javitri, a small piece of cinnamon stick, 2 teaspoons of black salt, salt to taste. I'm using Himalayan salt, that's why you are seeing this as pink. You can use regular salt as well. 4 to 5 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, 1 cup of hung yogurt or Greek yogurt, about 2 tablespoons of roasted chickpea flour or besan. You can use a chickpea flour or besan roux as well, but I haven't done this. I'm doing this the easier way. 3 Kashmiri red chilies soaked in water overnight or in boiled water for a minute in microwave. We'll make a paste out of this. And then 4 chicken quarters, and this includes the drumstick as well as the thigh of the chicken. So let's start by doing the first marination for the chicken. So to make the first marination, I've taken a large pan. I'm using my paya pan, but you can use any other large pan if you want to. I think using a large pan helps me to spread the masalas over the chicken very well. Now on the chicken, I'll make large dashes like medium depth on the chicken to make sure the masalas go in easily. I'm adding most of my salt here, just spreading evenly. My lime juice, just making sure that no seeds come through. So lime juice or lemon juice acts as a tenderizer and softens the chicken. And then adding the ginger garlic paste, about 3 tablespoons. Now I'll start massaging the chicken with this marinade. I'll make sure all these gashes or the slices that I made are fully covered with the marinade. I think I might need a bit more salt, so adding a bit more salt. And this is again based on your taste. I'll keep this in the same bowl in which the chicken was there. I'll transfer it to the bowl and keep the chicken to marinate for about 30 minutes. So I'm making a fresh spice powder. If you don't want to use fresh spices, just use powdered spices that you get in the market. That should also do the work. So first I'll dry roast all these spices other than the Kasuri methi. Kasuri methi takes less time to roast. So I have a pan where I've added all the spices. I'll just roast this till the spices become fragrant. You'll see the coriander seeds will start to turn color and they'll become brownish. That's when you know that the spices are roasted. Don't over roast the spices. So the roasted spices have cooled down a bit. I've transferred it to a mortar and pestle, and I'll continue grinding it till it becomes a finer paste. It shouldn't be coarse at all. After a lot of arm workout, our masala is ready. As you see, this is a finer version. It's not coarse at all. So I'll transfer the masala to a small bowl and start the next process. So the next process is to make a fine Kashmiri red chili paste. I've taken the heads out of the Kashmiri red chilies. If you don't like spicy, just take the seeds out as well. But I think I can handle the spice, so I've kept the seeds intact. So adding the red chilies in the mortar, adding some water just to have the paste consistency, and I'll continue my arm workout. So our chili paste is now ready. Now let's start to make the marinade. So to make the marinade, first I'm adding all the mustard oil in a large bowl, and then adding all of the Kashmiri red chili powder. This seems like a lot, but Kashmiri red chili powder is essentially just for color. It does not have as much heat as the other chilies. So mixing this properly, I'm adding all the chickpea flour. We'll add about 2 tablespoons and mixing this well. The purpose of the chickpea flour is to give stability to the yogurt, else the yogurt will separate from the masalas when it is cooking. So it essentially acts as a binding agent for the yogurt and the masalas. I'll add all the hung yogurt or the Greek yogurt. All of the masalas that we roasted and ground, black salt, and the chili paste, all of it. Now this chili paste will be a bit spicy because we haven't de-seeded it. If you want a non-spicy version, just take out the seeds from the Kashmiri red chilies. We'll combine this together. What I found is the red chili paste actually gives a much better color than the red chili powder. That's why I'm using the chili paste. Perfect. Our marinade is ready. Now we can taste the marinade and check for salt and sugar, salt and pepper. I think it will require a bit more oil, so I'll add a bit more oil to it. I added more oil. I'll also add a tiny bit more of black salt. Black salt gives you that tangy flavor. So I'll mix this. So always taste your marinade before putting it on the chicken, because that's how your chicken will taste essentially. Yep, this is fantastic. Don't add more salt to it because there is already salt in the first marinade. So be careful with the salt. So it's been about 40 minutes. So now let's start doing the second marination for the chicken. So now it's time for second marination. So I've transferred all the marinade to this big working paella, or you can use your parat or a large surface, or just marinate in the bowl that you have kept the chicken. But I like doing it this way. So I'm adding my chicken back. I'm massaging the chicken and making sure that each and every nook and corner of the chicken is coated. The more love you give to your chicken, the better it's gonna taste. So make sure you massage every corner, and I'll marinate this for about 2 hours at minimum. The longer you marinate, the better it becomes. So longer in the sense, if you marinate it for 12 hours or overnight, the chicken will taste really, really good. but I'm in a hurry, so I'm marinating it for 2 hours. The chicken will still taste really good, but not as good as like a 12-hour marinade. Now, all this excess marinade we'll put in the same pan, and we'll reuse this marinade when we are actually putting it for baking. So it has been about 3 hours, and I have preheated the oven at 350 Fahrenheit or 180 degrees centigrade. And I'm taking a roasting pan. As you see, it's a thick pan, and I've lined this with aluminum foil so that the juices don't drip and spoil the pan. And it has a griddle like this on top, and I'll place the chicken on the griddle. Make sure that the chickens are placed well with some spacing in between. Perfect. We have some more marinade left. This we'll use halfway in the process for basting. So now I'll put this chicken in the oven and start baking. The total bake time is between 40 minutes to an hour, depends on your oven. But in between baking, we'll baste it with the extra marinade and some butter, and then we'll continue baking it. In the end, we'll broil it for about 5 minutes, which will give this a nice char. So let's start baking. So it's been about 15 minutes, and now I'll give the chicken a turn. I'll turn the chicken, and then after another 15 minutes, we'll baste this with butter and the marinade. And the chicken has started to cook. So the chicken has started to leave the bones. That means the chicken is cooking now. So I'll just add some of the remaining marinade here, and again put it in the oven. Now baking it at 420 Fahrenheit or 215 degrees centigrade. So it has been about 5 minutes since I'm cooking the chicken at this high heat. So now we'll do a final basting. We'll do the basting on the reverse side. So the chicken tandoori is ready. See the amazing color, perfectly orangish color with charred spots. It is ready to enjoy with some garnish including onions, lemon, cilantro or coriander chutney, and it's heavenly. So this was the recipe for chicken tandoori. Try out my recipe and let me know how it turned out for you in the comment section. And yes, if you like my video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.